In this video, we'll demonstrate how to develop end-to-end applications using Yeoman. The first task is to choose which generator we would use to develop or build the application. For this demonstration, we'll work with the web app generator. We'll begin by moving out of the root directory, so we can create a new directory where we'll be creating the web application. We'll run the command mkdir and name the directory as Learning App 2. Then we'll move into the newly created directory, Learning App 2. Now we'll install the generator that we want to use to build the web application. And in order to do that, we'll run the command npm install ---- global yo generator web app. Web app is the generator, and it's prefixed by generator. The command executes and begins fetching and installing the generator. The installation could take a couple of minutes. After the installation is complete, Yeoman Doctor will run sanity checks on our system to ensure everything is fine. Let's clear the screen for a better view. Now we can begin building the application using the web app generator. So we'll run the command yo, followed by web app, which is the generator. When the command executes, it will prompt for certain information to ensure that we get the right web application that includes our desired features and functionalities. The first one is about additional features that we can include. We'll not be including any of these features, so we'll deselect SAS, Bootstrap, and Modernizer. We can deselect them by simply pressing the spacebar key on the keyboard. Then it will ask if we want to include the front-end API jQuery. We'll say no for now. Finally, we'll choose the development style as BDD, following which Yeoman starts creating all the resources that are required to build our web application. This can take a couple of minutes to complete. Finally, the application building process is complete, and the web application is built successfully. The next task is to install Gulp, which is the task manager that we'll be using in order to start the application in various modes. It could be test mode, development mode, or production mode. To install Gulp, we'll run the command npm install -g gulp. It'll take a couple more seconds to complete installing Gulp. The installation is complete, and we can now launch our application and customize the application as per our requirement. Let's clear the screen for a better view. Now we'll run the command gulp serve to launch the application. When the command executes, it'll run Gulp Tasks from Gulp file and try to launch our web application on a web browser. We'll navigate back to our IDE to observe the command execution. When our application is built using Bower, it will start various Gulp tasks and provide various access URLs. There'll be two types of access URLs, local and external. The local URL will be accessed only from the local computer. The external URL will be provided to the external users so they can access our web application. Now, in order to help us manage our applications, there will be another application which will be launched at port 3001. And this again has a local and external URL. Let's navigate back to the browser where our application is launched. Bower has displayed certain default messages that states, "Allo, you have HTML5 boilerplate." Now we can begin customizing this application, and in order to customize this application, we'll navigate back to the IDE and load the folder containing the application into the IDE. So we'll access the File tab from the top navigation panel, select Open Folder, locate the application folder, Learning App 2, and click Select Folder. We have now loaded the folder structure of the application into the IDE. Now, in order to launch the terminal, we'll access the View tab from the top navigation panel and click on Integrated Terminal. We'll observe that we are accessing the directory Learning App 2 on the terminal. We'll try running the command gulp serve again. The command executes and launches the application on the web browser. Now we'll navigate back to the IDE and explore a file which contains the content that will be visible to the users. We'll access the folder App from the Explorer panel and access the file index.html to customize the application. In order to customize this application, we'll navigate the h1 tag present in line 28 under the div class, and we'll add a style sheet. So we'll specify style equal to color to change the color of the text to red. We'll save the changes. Navigate back to the browser to confirm the changes where the content is now displayed in red. Similarly, there are various other assets that we can manage. For example, we'll access the file main.css under the folder Styles. This file contains various classes of style sheets that we can customize as per our requirements. Apart from this, there are other folders like Images, where we can organize all the images. There are other folders like Test, which will contain all our test cases. We can customize the test case along with the entire application as per our requirement. Now we'll explore the file gulpfile.js to evaluate Gulp Tasks. There are various tasks added in this particular Gulp file. We'll also find various Gulp scripts. There are various lint specified in the file along with Gulp Task HTML to build a stable content. There are various Gulp tasks for image, fonts, extras, clean, and serve specified in line 91, which is where it sets the IP address. The IP address of current system is localhost, and the port is 9000. Now, in case we want to change the port of our application, we have to make the change in line number 95 where the port is specified. Apart from providing the URL of the main application, it also provides an alternate URL of the application that can help us manage and visualize the current state of the application as shown in the terminal. We'll try launching it by pasting the URL on the address bar of our web browser. The URL launches the browser sync page, which provides various information about the application that we've launched using Yeoman. We're also provided with the option to execute remote debugging and visualize the plugin that we've loaded, and we can even check the status of the network. So Yeoman not only helps us to build end-to-end applications by auto-creating the directory structure, it also provides the capability of visualizing the application and its performance.